Okay, dear students, I am Tirupati, Associate Professor in Indira Priyadarshini Mahila Degree College. So today class is the local government and district administration. We know about the local government of India. That is the very important subject in the Indian development purpose. Local government should to give a decentralized administration in India. India is a unitary state of India. In that unitary state, there is a central government, state government, and local government. So, local self-government as controlling of administration by the district administration. It is called as district administration. So, the district administration will give the importance for the local government. In 1993-94 amendments, constitutional amendment in the parliament to give the importance of the constitutional right for the local government. So local government should give the much more development for the people in the local area. Local area mean it's the villages. It's the villages. It's mean of the villages is structure of administration to development of the people in the grassroots level. 80% of the people living in India in the villages. So because of Gandhi dream is the Gram Swaraj. So Gram Swaraj is developed by the villagers people. So the need of the Gandhi was said that need of the people of in the rural area, education, agricultural development, and eradicate of the illiteracy, eradicate of the poverty, and providing the roads and transport, electricity, and good benefit through under the Gram Panchayatis. This is the dream of the Mahatma Gandhi. So because of the government of India was introduced of the community development programs in 1952. In 1952 for the service of the rural people, providing the community development program through they give minimum needs for the rural people. Minimum needs. So what are the minimum needs? Food, clothes, shelter. So after independence or before independence, the Indian peoples are very poor, below poverty line. Most 60 to 80% people, 80% people are the below poverty line. So there is no modern agricultural development, modern industrial development, or modern education development and employment systems are there after independence. So because of the most of the people depending upon the agricultural labor, the landlords are call for the laborers and give the work in their agriculture. So because of that is the main problems of India, because of they are providing a community development programs in India, community development programs through the through the Gram Panchayati. So it is a failure. The work of the community development program was failure. The village landlords and the elders of the villages were catching that all the benefit of the community development program benefits, but it is not to arrive to the weaker sections in India. So because of they are appointed in 1957, 1950 again the 1953, the government of India was give the important for the rural people of the name of Work for Food program. Work for Food program from success after 1953. Same Gandhi, 2nd October 1952, community program. 2nd October 1953, Work for Food program for an Indian people in the rural areas. So it is likely it is success. But from 1953 to 2020 up to 2020, the program is continuing in the India. It is a seasonal work provisions are given by the government of India to providing a work for food in the March, April, May for the unemployed youth in the village levels. So after that, the 1956, they appointed a Balwant Rai Mehta Committee. Balwant Rai Mehta Committee in India. Balwant Rai Mehta Committee was reported in 1958. That is the report of Balwant Rai Mehta Committee. The report was passed in 1959. So that is a very important of administrative activities in India. So that act is a three-tier system, Panchayat Raj system. Three-tier system, Panchayat Raj system was passed in the parliament and implementing in 1959, 1st November in India, and October 1st and November 1st. So first implementing by the Rajasthan state and second implementing by the Andhra Pradesh state. So these are the Panchayat system. Panchayat system, three-tier system of the Panchayat is one is Gram Panchayati, Panchayat Samiti, and Jilla Parishad. This is a three-tier system to serve for the local self-government development. Gram Panchayati, you know about the Sarpanch elected by the people and ward members. Panchayat Samiti, all the Sarpanchs are elected the chairman and vice chairman of the Panchayat Samiti. All the Sarpanchs are members of that Panchayat Samiti. All the chairmen of Panchayat Samiti elected the Jilla Parishad chairman, and all the Panchayat Samiti members, chairmen are members in the Jilla Parishad. Then there is a Jilla Parishad, 6 standing councils, and a Panchayat Samiti also have to 6 standing councils for the development of the rural area, roads, irrigation, roads and transport, and health of the rural peoples, and education development, economic development, and etc. are the standing council for the people of the administration. So we have to discuss about the remaining 77 Ashwamedha Committee. In Telangana, 1986, the Intramara was implementing of the Ashwamedha Committee report in the Mandal organization. So because of that, it is very important of the administration activities. The structure of administration developed during the first century was based upon the district as the principal unit with the district officer. So DM as the government's principal's representative in touch with the people, besides being in control of the administration of law and order and revenue in the district. The district officer held a coordinating responsibility for the activities of all departmental agencies within the district. In the hierarchy of administration, he enjoyed status and powers which gave him considerable influence over the local population. The democratic decentralization through 73rd and 74 Constitutional Amendment Act in 1993 and 94 has interested the local self-government within the main tasks of local governance, while the district administration playing an enabling and coordinating role. However, in several cases, a bureaucratic interior and lack of empowerment of a LSC, local self-government, as hindered the objective of a decentralized local governance, ensuring in Article 40 of the DPSP, needing immediate reform in this regard. Issues. Friction between the DM and Jilla Parishad. While Jilla Parishad, being the elected representatives, is entrusted with the responsibility of district governance, the presence of DM and JDP CO, both from allied IAS, creates an alternative powers century, causing friction, ultimately halting development program. Solution apart from inclusion of this issue in the training modules of these administrative services, clarification of role and greater citizens' participation in local governance can lead to empowerment of LSG, local self-government, and better coordination between district administration and LSC. From instance, under new Land Acquisition Act, the DM can take active help of LSG to spread awarenesses and garner consensus. Lack of financial autonomy of municipalities. Municipality and other LSG are still cripplingly dependent on fund transfer from state, which not only is inadequate ARC to report but also is rotated through different developmental schemes, the authority of which lies with the district administration, making the LSC perpetually dependent on district administration. This is against the principle of subsidiarity. Solution: the Economic Survey 2016 emphasizes on making property tax buoyant and making use of uh, immovable property under a municipality to mobilize resources apart from developing finances regularly by the state. The state can encourage and support in prudent fiscal administration at local level. Example, helping in distributing municipal bond, political rivalry with the state government, many a times where the LSG leadership is from opposition party as in state ruling party. The district administration under the administrative control of state is used against the LSG to gain political mileage, which is against constitutional ethos. Solution: MLAs and MPs must directly take part in local governance in garnering consensus and mobilizing people's support. The involvement of a national level and state level leaders will not only bring broader perspective but also will make district administration more responsive towards demands of LSG. Public service delivery and lack of capacity, rapid urbanization, growing aspiration of people had put immense pressures on LSG municipality in particular to deliver services efficiently, effectively, in timely manner. However, lack of infrastructure and trained staff has led to poor services delivery. Solutions: in this context, the ARC2 recommends greater use of ICT for faster delivery of services in a transparent manner. Example, distribution of birth and death certificate. Position of parastatals. Parastatals are institutions, organizations which are wholly or partially owned and managed by government is equal to DRDA. However, come directly in conflict with district panchayats as an alternative center of decision making. Solutions: some states like Kerala, Karnataka, and West Bengal, the DRDAs have already been merged with the district panchayats. Parastatals should not be allowed to undermine the authority of the PRIS. The union and the state government should normally not set up special committees outside the PRIs If set up, they should work under the overall guidance of PRI. So the democratic polity of India mandates the relationship between the district administration and popularly elected local government to be that of political executive, and it is implementing ARM. The district administration must cooperate and coordinate with the local self-government in ensuring good governance and efficient public services delivery, while the government at state and century must devise ways to empower and build capacity, skills, infrastructure, and financial autonomy to enable these institutions to act as units of self government as envisaged by Mahatma Gandhi. So the district administration should cooperate the local self governments. In the district government, there is a district collector. In that, the Jilla Parishad, Mandal Parishad, sorry, nowadays Jilla Praja Parishad, Mandal Praja Parishad, and Gram Panchayati. And cooperative societies are working for the people development in the rural areas for the agriculture development purpose and loans purpose. And the mainly district collector is the head of the district, is the first citizen of the district level. So district collector is supervising all the departments in the district level. One side is a local self-government, and other side is other development departmental activities is supervising by the district collector. So district collector is the chairperson of the DRDA, DRDA, District Rural Development Agency. So it is the main objectives for to development of the people in the district level. So DRDA is controlling under district collector. All the district officers are the development officer. District development officers are the main members in the district DRDA, and local MLAs and local MPs and Jilla Parishad chairman and municipality chairmen. So district rural development is not coming to the municipality chairmen, but the DRDA, district development, district under the district development, the municipality chairmen or mayors will coming in the meetings. So this office will progress of the agriculture development, unemployment, self-employment trainings, and women's self-employment development programs, and SC development schemes program, and ST development schemes program, and the totally district development administration under the DRDA. The district collector is the chairperson of the district DRDA, and is the district Jilla Praja Parishad standing council, which are the 6 standing councils are there in the district level. All the district 6 standing council chairperson is the Jilla collector, and all the chairpersons of the standing councils are to working under the district collector. District collector is the presiding officer to development of the through the Jilla Parishad of the standing council, and district collector is the district magistrate also. District magistrate civil court issues are disposal under the district collector. So district collector have the good power and functioning of the district level, is supervising all the district level activities. First of all is to in charge of the revenue. Revenue is collected by the district collector. Lands records, land order, civil supply distributions, and elections, returning officer, district returning officer, elections, census collecting officer, and is the main person to controlling of the land order on the district level. So the district superintendent police and district collector is togetherly they are working, but is a superior. SP district superintendent superior is the Jilla collector. So under the permission of Jilla collector, they have to work and controlling land order. If any extremist or any Naxalites are there in some areas is disturbed any peoples are unrestable living in that area. So with permission of the district collector, the SP should to controlling all the elements peoples in the that areas or that district. So district collector is the land order as maintenance by the district level. Is the district collector will give the weapons to the political leaders or any landlords, weapons permission, license permissions. After the inquiring of any threatening by any enemy for that landlord or any political leader, he should do permission and sanctioning of the weapons licenses. And that is the main criteria of the district administration. Revenue activities, whatever the revenue, income of the revenue, and the main criteria civil supplies activities, and that is which is the ration, rice, ration, oil, ration, and sugar and etc is distributed by the district collector for the below poverty line people. So that is also district collector's powers and functions. And they are prepare the land records in the district level. Land records, the name of the pattadars, all the records are stored in the district collector office. So it is very important in the Indian democratic countries. So because of the land records maintenance for the land transfer and the landlords to purchasers transfer records, every records are available in the district collector office. This is the controlling under the DRO, district revenue officer. So there is a one senior IS officer or the sub collector is the in charge for DRO, district revenue office. And there is the district collector's powers and functions are distributed to joint collector, is also in the district level. Joint collector are supervising on the deputy collectors or the sub collectors. It is on the revenue divisional level. So in the revenue divisional officers are supervising on the MROs. So MROs are supervising or their subordinate of the RI, revenue inspectors, or Girdavari or village development officers, and to controlling of the land order and to controlling of the land records and revenue development, and the rural people's problems are solved by this system of the revenue. In the district level, there is a district office of the Panchayat Raj. It is separate of the revenue Panchayat Raj office. So district DPO, district Panchayat Raj office are also there in the district level. There is some of the officers. He is working under the district collector, but there is a separate branch of the revenue to DPO, district Panchayat Raj offices. So it is linked with the Jilla Parishad and Mandal Parishad. So DPO working for to development and supervising on the MPDOs, Mandal Development Officer, MPDOs, Mandal Development Officers in the Mandal level for the development of rural people, agriculture development, roads and transport development, irrigation development, electricity development, and cooperative societies distribution of the funds developments, and etc all the under the DPO, district Panchayat Raj officer. So it is progress all the funds through the Jilla Parishad. There is a chief executive officer, CEO, chief executive officers in the Jilla Parishad. Jilla Parishad subordinate is the DPO, DPO subordinate is MPDO, MPO subordinates are there in the district level. VDOs, village development officer, or the village secretaries. Nowadays it is called as a village secretaries. So these are structure of the administration in the government of Telangana or Andhra Pradesh according to 73-74 amendment, parliamentary amendment. So because of the district collector will controlling of the police, Jilla Parishad, standing councils, DPOs, agriculture, district agriculture officers, district irrigation officers, district electricity officers, and district cooperative officers, and district municipalities also controlling under the district collector. So this is called a district administration. Is also to conducting the elections peacefully in the general election, parliamentary and assembly, state assembly elections, and also is conducting the local self-government elections. Local self-government elections mean Jilla Parishad, Mandal Parishad, Gram Panchayat. Municipalities. Municipalities, grade 1 municipality, grade 2 municipality, grade 3 municipality, greater municipality. All these are coming under the district returning officer of the district level is the collector, and local cooperative societies in the district level also conduct the elections by the district collector, and is every elections before every 5 years or every year they are the call for the elections enrollment for the youth, those who are completed of the 18 years of the youth will submitted up their right to take a election card from the their district officers, or they from revenue, they are working in the revenue level. Revenue MRO will issue the epics cards for the rural people. RDO and joint collector and collector will issue the elections card for the people, and also they are issuing the the elections. They are preparing the electoral rolls also prepared by the district collector, electoral rolls, and they have to call for census programs every once in a 10 years. They are conducting the census programs in the district level. Is also census officer in the district level. So these are the main criteria of the district collector in the district level. District administration of the people. The Panchayat system has to give the development in the district level. The district Jilla Parishad, Jilla Praja Parishad, Jilla Mandal Praja Parishad, Gram Panchayati. According to 1977 Ashok Mehta Committee report, in 1986 the Nandamur Tarakaram, Dr. Nandamur Tarakaram was introduced of the Mandal Praja Parishad system in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. So in Andhra Pradesh there is a decentralized power of the local government. Decentralized power of the. Before that, in Panchayat system, there is 100 villages or 1 lakh people are coming under the one BDO, Block Development Officer, and Tehsil officer. After 1986, one Block Development Officer are divided into 3 to 4 Mandal Praja Parishad offices and Mandal Revenue offices, and they was introduced of the police mandal level sub inspector office, police stations, and mandal level health centers, hospitals, health centers, and mandal level all the departmental agriculture offices, irrigation offices, marketing offices, and all the offices are decentralized for the easy to people to get the work from the revenue and development officers, irrigation, engineering, and agriculture. So because of this is the main objectives of the district administration, local and district administration in India. So after that, there is a 1993-94, there was introduced of the 73-74 constitutional amendment act in India. After that, this is coming to the territorial council areas, villages, Mandal Territorial Council, Mandal Praja Parishad, Jilla Territorial Council, Jilla Parishad. 5-tier system of the self-local government administration was introduced in 1993-94, 1993-1994, 73-74 Local Self-Government Constitutional Amendment Act. It is division and decentralization of the powers for the people, and they are motivated the political activities for the unemployment youth in the village level, and they are collecting the good politicians for the Indian services, Indian administration development purpose. So these are the pattern of administration as continue in the district level. So because of this, local self-government is very important subject for the BA second year students in India. So this is our chapter subject, dear students. Thank you very much.